Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Warzone. Warzone of all things. Why are we playing this? Well, right now there's that winter event going on within Warzone, and one of the few things I've ever enjoyed about Warzone was last year when they added in this game mode where essentially it's Warzone on the big map, but the zone follows around a train that has like zombie Santa on it and everything, and it was really fun to play with my friends. And I thought, day after Christmas here, let's jump into that game mode before it goes away, see if it's as good as it was last year, but it's not, unfortunately, because I don't have those same friends to play with anymore, because literally all my friends have quit Black Ops 6. I'm not even joking. I don't think any of them have signed in over the course of the past 3 weeks or so, which would make them fall in line with all the other people that are leaving Call of Duty as of right now. But here's the big kicker, right? I've always heard about Warzone and how great Warzone is compared to multiplayer. Warzone, for all intents and purposes, is what helped kill the Call of Duty multiplayer experience, because for years there, all they focused on was Warzone. They basically didn't care at all about multiplayer. In recent years, they've started to add more things to multiplayer, but still, Warzone was like the big reason why COD had that shift towards skill-based matchmaking and making everything about Battle Royale and the shop and all this stuff. Like, COD wanted to become Fortnite, right? So here I am playing the game as Activision intended. They wanted me to be playing Warzone. They want all of us to be playing Warzone. And here I am with a group of randoms. We're sort of out of position. We're sort of all scattered around the map because I'm playing with randoms, right? That's how that works pretty much. My teammate here who saved me earlier ends up going down. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna save my teammate here, and we're gonna try to make a push into the final circle here. We're not gonna win probably, but let's try to see what we can do here. And the game doesn't work. Why doesn't the game work? Why can't I revive my teammate? It literally does not give me an option to revive my teammate who got downed, and he thinks I'm trolling him at this point. He thinks I'm just being an absolute dick, like I'm just some random person online who just wants to go troll people for haha videos or some shit. Why can't I fucking revive my teammate? Then he disconnects because he thinks I'm just being an asshole, essentially. Like, Activision, what the fuck is wrong with your game, dude? Even when I try my hardest to play the game, it doesn't work. The anti-cheat doesn't work. The events don't work. The perks don't work. Like, nothing about Call of Duty anymore seems to work. I go on Reddit every single day and I find clips like this, and it happens to me as well. You can't even play zombies, solo zombies no less, because the Activision servers are that bad that you end up just jittering around the map, for crying out loud. Like, what happened to COD? And this is something that I need to make a video on it, because it is such a stark comparison to what Call of Duty used to be like back in the day. So you guys have all seen the Happy Holidays message for Black Ops 2. You know, nowadays we get AI slop being put on Twitter essentially, and that's how they wish us all Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and all of that, you know. Well, back in Black Ops 2, the message of the day in the game, Happy Holidays. Let's talk Christmas, noobs. It's that time of year again where thousands of new players join the online ranks for the first time. We'd ask you to go easy on the Christmas noobs, but we know you won't. If you are a Christmas noob yourself, don't be bullied. In the combat training category, you'll find a great new playlist called Boot Camp. This is the best place for a new player to get up to speed with the game and all it has to offer. You can even rank up your first 10 levels playing against both human and AI controlled opponents. Finally, follow Treyarch and all that stuff on Twitter. What an amazing idea. No skill-based matchmaking, but if you want to protect like the bad of the bad, the newest of the new, the people that have never played COD before, have a dedicated boot camp playlist for those new players to go in so they can figure out, you know, left trigger does aiming, right trigger does shooting, left stick does moving, you know, let them figure out the game against other similar players as well as bots and everything until they're leveled up, until they kind of have a feel for the game, and then throw them out into the wild, let them experience all that Black Ops 2 has to offer. What a fantastic idea. Of course, that doesn't happen anymore now. Skill-based matchmaking affects every aspect of the Call of Duty multiplayer experience, and if you're a brand new player, you're going to be put at the very bottom of the list pretty much and always stay within that particular skill category. And if you're somebody like me that's been playing for a long time, you're going to stay in your skill category. Like, we're all just stuck in our own little bracket, essentially, which is why every match feels the exact same. The point I'm trying to make, however, I keep getting off on a tangent, but in Black Ops 2, that was how they greeted us, like during the holidays, you know, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, to go easy on the Christmas noobs. If you're a Christmas noob yourself, try out this game mode here. It might help you out, like get up to speed with the game before you jump into the full breadth of the Black Ops 2 multiplayer. Well, you know what happens here with Black Ops 6? Do you know what happens when you boot up Black Ops 6 right now? We are met with this screen right here, which, you know, typical Hulu, Netflix screen, whatever, but at the very bottom there, we're met with a unicorn bundle. We all knew the unicorn bundle was going to be coming. We've seen the leaks before. We do know that one of the finishing moves is going to be a unicorn literally shitting rainbows on you. But look at the weapon inspect that we have for the unicorn blueprint, which is kind of a copy and paste of the blueprint that we had back in Black Ops 4, but look at this here, guys. Do I have to say what they have added into the Black Ops 6 multiplayer? The thing that they are putting at the main menu, the thing they're trying to market the most. It's the very first thing you see in the shop. It's one of the first things you see when you boot up the game. We're talking unicorn dildos, man. Unicorn dildos are in Black Ops 6, yet they ban people for saying damn in game chat. The servers are completely falling apart. People are leaving the game in droves, way more than in previous years. Warzone has hacked all the shit. Ranked Play has hacked all the shit. Team Rico Chat is issuing apology after apology, and apparently they're going to try to fix the anti-cheat in Season 2, 30 days away, by the way, or Season 3, like 90 days away, by the way. Like, everything about the game right now is so broken, and again, I'm trying to play the game. I really am. If you guys remember, I know a lot of you guys like watch like every video that I upload. Some of you jump around, some of you watch a video here, video there, maybe you see me and recommend it or whatever. But people that remember the videos I was making towards the end of the most recent Modern Warfare 3, where they had sort of the Halloween update, you know, they brought in that one map. It was called Drive-Thru or Drive-In or something like that. Regardless, it was a haunted fast food restaurant. It was a really cool map that had a really cool backstory. Like, a lot of work was put into that map itself. And during that time, I was making my videos kind of like talking about the return to Modern Warfare 3, because I had quit Modern Warfare 3 for like 2 or 3 months there. I was barely playing it whatsoever, and I said that I had some regrets. I regret not playing more of Modern Warfare 3 because by the end of the game's life cycle, things were getting really good with the weekly challenges, the seasonal camos you could go for, all the different aftermarket parts and everything. Like the post-launch support, the quality of the maps, all the new guns that were being added, like a lot of good things happened at the end of Modern Warfare 3. It didn't get rid of skill-based matchmaking, but still a lot of good things were happening, and I regret not having experienced any of that essentially. And I said that going into Black Ops 6, I don't want to have a repeat of what happened last year. But God, it's hard, dude. It is so hard to sign into this game every single day and try to enjoy it. I'm trying. I genuinely am. Like, I had another game of Warzone earlier, and we didn't win or nothing, but when you're playing with complete randoms and you don't have a mic, I don't have an Xbox mic. I listen to everything through my capture software, essentially, so I can't really communicate with my teammates, which is frustrating. But I've also gotten pretty good at, like, communicating with pings and just having good situational awareness, knowing where my teammates are at, trying to help them out, listening for footsteps, gunshots, and things like that, you know. It's fun playing with randoms at times. Most of the time, it's absolutely dreadful. You're just, you know, they all go off in random directions, everyone dies, and everybody leaves. Sometimes it's terrible, but other times it's fun because all those randoms are trying to work together, and we're trying our damnedest to, like, you know, win this game of Battle Royale, and that's kind of fun when you're kind of working together with these people you've never met before. You know, I can see the good in COD. It's still there. Underneath all the bullshit, there's still good in there. Like, it's still a good core game that takes me all the way back to 2007 when I first started playing the COD franchise and online video games in general, but there's just so much bullshit on top of it now that it's really hard to enjoy. Again, I tried to play Warzone and I can't even revive my teammates. I go back to the main menu and they're presenting me with unicorn dildos that shit rainbows on the opposing team. Like, the hit detection is so bad, the server desync is horrible, packet burst is everywhere, the anti-cheat doesn't work. Like, nothing is going right with Black Ops 6 right now, and it is so frustrating. And yesterday was Christmas. Obviously, we did our Christmas video, and we do know that going into the new year, we're gonna have to wait like at least a week into the new year, maybe 2 weeks into the new year before everybody gets back from their vacations essentially and starts working on the game. And they have so much to do, and I feel like they're gonna get caught in this cycle where they're just gonna be too far behind to ever have an impact on the overall quality of Black Ops 6, and we're always gonna feel like we're 2 or 3 updates behind, and then eventually it's gonna be time for COD 2025 and Black Ops 6 is gonna be forgotten. Like, that's how it feels like it's gonna play out as of right now, and that sucks to say because leading up to Black Ops 6 and everything, like Prestige mode coming back, 100%er coming back, bringing back classic Treyarch zombies, it being a Treyarch game in general, the game had so much hope and potential and so much hype around the launch of it, and I feel like all that's gone now. The honeymoon phase is over. Absolutely, it is dead and gone, and people are seeing the game for what it really is, which is this buggy mess. Mostly Activision's fault, by the way. The server instability, which is just terrible, as well as skill-based matchmaking. But even when you get past all that stuff, Treyarch didn't really deliver this year when it came to how small the maps are. Like we've talked about before, I think a lot of you guys agree, like these are some of the worst launch maps that we've had in COD history. Like the DLC maps are not as bad, but still, you know, the core map design has been really frustratingly bad within Black Ops 6. And on top of that, you've had skill-based matchmaking, packet burst, and terrible server desync. And then on top of that, make it so the anti-cheat essentially doesn't work, and you're left with just an absolute disaster of a game that just isn't really fun to play. And I hate to say that, especially as a COD YouTuber, but again, the numbers don't lie. The amount of people that are quitting Black Ops 6 from a percentage perspective is scary, but it's also somewhat encouraging, because when those numbers get through to Activision and Treyarch and everything else, change is going to happen. They're not just going to continue to let the game bleed players. So something's going to happen. I'm not sure what it's going to be, but hopefully it's going to be something for the better. And with Grand Theft Auto 6 coming out next year, I mean, hopefully that would be the kick in the pants that Activision needs to make some serious change when it comes to COD, but I doubt it's going to happen, to be honest. You know, we thought it would be awesome and amazing when Microsoft took over COD because they were going to get rid of exclusivity and everything, but Microsoft taking over the game hasn't made it better. In fact, it might have made it worse because I think Microsoft are the ones that are really pushing for AI to be used because they use AI for so many things when it comes to Microsoft in general. So we keep hoping that things are going to get better, but it doesn't seem likely that they're going to be. And it goes back to that comparison I made in my previous video. Being a COD fan is a lot like being a Cleveland Browns fan. Man, I've been a Browns fan all my life, and it's been pretty sad. You know, my whole family are Steeler fans. I'm from Pennsylvania. I say go Browns. I'm a kid just to be a contrarian. And I didn't realize I'll set myself up for 30 years of pain and disappointment. The best time to be a Browns fan is during the offseason when free agency's happening and draft picks are going through and like trades are happening and everything, because right then it's all potential. You never know what might happen. It could be amazing, but then the season starts and some things are good, some things are bad, but generally it's a disappointment. Are you guys seeing the comparison here to COD? The same thing kind of happens here. But ladies and gentlemen, I just wanted to rant here today because again, I tried to play the game. I try, but it doesn't let me. And it's so ridiculously frustrating that this is where we are in 2024. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys all enjoyed this video here today. If you did, consider dropping me a like, leave your thoughts and feedback down there in the comments. Thank you all so much for listening, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.